The Millionaire CEO stood frozen, one hand halfway to his wallet. The line behind him stretched toward the door, but all he could hear were the cashier's words, "Sir, that's the wrong trick." He blinked, confused. The wrong trick? What could a cashier earning minimum wage possibly mean by that? But what happened next? That single, awkward moment between a tired worker and a powerful man changed both of their lives forever, and led to a $200 million decision nobody saw coming. Hey everyone, welcome back to Epic Whisper, where small moments reveal big truths. If you love stories that warm your heart and make you think, hit that subscribe button, like, and comment below with your thoughts. Your support helps us share more real, human stories that remind us, kindness still matters. It was a rainy Thursday morning in Chicago, one of those gray days where the sky looks like wet concrete. Inside a small downtown coffee shop called Bean and Bloom, a young woman named Maya had just started her first day as a cashier. She was nervous, you could tell by how tightly she held the register pen, or how she kept repeating the coffee sizes under her breath like flashcards. She'd been out of work for 6 months, trying to help her mom cover rent after her dad's heart surgery. This job wasn't her dream, but it was a start. The bell above the door jingled as customers came and went. Maya smiled at each one, even when they didn't smile back. She wasn't used to city people yet, fast, cold, and always in a rush. Around 8:40 a.m., the morning rush hit. Suits, laptops, phones, all colliding in a chorus of "I'll have a grande latte," and "make it to go." Maya was trying her best to keep up when a tall man in a long black coat stepped up to the counter. He didn't look like the others. He was calm, patient. His silver hair was combed neatly, and he had that quiet confidence of someone who didn't have to prove anything. "Good morning," he said, his voice warm. "Can I get a cappuccino and one of those croissants?" "Of course, sir," Maya said, tapping on the screen. "That'll be $6.75. As she handed him his receipt, she noticed his watch, sleek, gold, and expensive enough to probably pay her rent for a month. He reached for his wallet, then smiled. "Actually," he said, pulling out a small silver coin instead, "let me show you something." He flipped it across his knuckles, a smooth, practiced motion, then made it vanish with a snap of his fingers. The customers nearby chuckled politely. Maya blinked. "Pretty neat, right?" he said with a grin, then reached behind her ear and revealed the same coin. She forced a smile. "That's cool, sir, but," she hesitated, then gently said, "that's the wrong trick." He tilted his head. "The wrong trick?" "Yeah," she said softly, almost embarrassed. "That one makes people look at you. The right trick makes them feel seen." The man paused, coin still in hand. Around them, the line shuffled, phones buzzed, coffee machines hissed. But for a moment, he just looked at her, this young cashier with tired eyes and trembling hands, and felt something he hadn't in years: humility. Later that morning, the man, Daniel Rhodes, CEO of a multi-billion-dollar real estate firm, sat in the back of his black car, replaying those words in his mind. The right trick makes people feel seen. He'd spent his entire life mastering tricks. Business tricks. Negotiation tricks. Leadership tricks. He could make a deal disappear and reappear like magic. But when was the last time he'd made someone feel seen? His driver, Sam, glanced in the mirror. "You okay, boss? You've been quiet since the coffee shop." Daniel smiled faintly. "Just thinking about a trick I got wrong." That afternoon, Daniel arrived at a glass tower overlooking Lake Michigan. Inside, a major deal was about to go down, a $200 million acquisition with a rival company. Everyone was tense. Lawyers were flipping through contracts. Assistants hovered with coffee. Across the long conference table sat Tom Willis, the rival CEO, younger, sharper, always calculating. The kind of man who smiled with his mouth but not his eyes. Daniel was known for being tough in meetings, but today something felt different. Maya's words were still echoing. As the meeting began, Tom's team launched into aggressive talk about numbers and profits. Daniel listened quietly. At one point, one of Tom's junior associates, a nervous young man barely out of college, stuttered while presenting a chart. Tom rolled his eyes and interrupted, humiliating the kid in front of everyone. The room went cold. Daniel watched silently, then said, "Tom, mind if I ask something?" "Sure," Tom said, leaning back. "How long's that kid been working for you?" 6 months. "Why?" Daniel nodded. "Then he's probably doing his best." The room went still. The young man looked up, stunned. Daniel leaned forward. Here's the thing. I used to think business was about winning every trick, cutting, pushing, proving. But it's not. It's about people. About seeing them. He closed his folder and smiled. And if that's not how your company operates, I'm not interested in the deal. A long silence followed. You could hear the hum of the AC. Tom looked flustered. You're walking away from 200 million? Daniel stood. No, he said calmly. I'm walking towards something better. Later that night, Daniel found himself back at Bean and Bloom. Maya was wiping tables. She looked up, startled to see him again. Oh, hi, sir, she said nervously. Did I mess up your order this morning? He laughed. Not at all. You reminded me of something important. He set an envelope on the counter. This is for you. She frowned. What is it? Consider it an investment in kindness, he said. Inside was a scholarship offer, fully funded tuition to the local community college, plus a handwritten note. Thank you for showing me the right trick. Daniel Rhodes. Her eyes filled with tears. I don't know what to say. Just promise me you'll keep doing what you did today, he said gently. Keep seeing people. That's where the real magic lies. 2 months later, Bean and Bloom framed that note and hung it near the counter. Customers would point and ask about it, and Maya would tell the story with a shy smile. I just told him the truth, she'd say. That kindness is the real trick. Daniel went on to change the entire culture of his company, employee programs, scholarships, even mental health support. Whenever reporters asked what inspired the transformation, he'd just smile and say, a barista reminded me how to see again. Kindness doesn't always wear a cape. Sometimes it wears an apron and greets you with a tired smile. It doesn't ask for recognition. It doesn't need applause. It just shows up in the small moments, the quiet corrections, the gentle reminders that being human matters more than being perfect, because the truth is, one kind word can do more than change a mood, it can change a direction. It can ripple through lives, through boardrooms, through hearts, and maybe, just maybe, the world's most powerful trick is seeing someone when nobody else does. So the next time you're out there, whether you're buying coffee or closing a deal, remember Maya's words. The right trick makes people feel seen. Be that kind of magician. Thanks for watching Epic Whisper, where stories speak softly but leave echoes that last. If this story touched you, please like, comment, and share it with someone who could use a reminder that kindness never goes out of style. And don't forget to subscribe, because the next story might just change how you see the world.